And the NA scene is kind of a weird place. There's a ton of organizations and a ton of support for esports in North America. It just doesn't seem to flow as much towards Counter-Strike. As someone who's sort of tried to defend the North American scene over the years, at the end of the day, it just feels like there's not enough actual just straight up love for the game of Counter-Strike in the scene. I think on some level there has to be self-reflection. If we want things to improve, we have to be the ones to be better and get it there. The Stewie 2K hold is obviously an interesting one because it's got this like cultural relevance that just won't go away. Not that I wanted to. With Stewie is an interesting character because when he came into the scene, it's such a fresh attitude that we didn't have in North America. So for it to be Stewie in that situation and to deliver in that moment is just so impactful because at that time, he was the North American player. It encapsulates the beauty of Counter-Strike so much. That play that Stewie makes is just a standard, basic round of Counter-Strike, making the right calls, no crazy shots. It was the moment and the emotion of the energy that made a pedestrian average play into this moment that persists across years, that is a defining moment of North American Counter-Strike and North American Counter-Strike at majors. The hardest North American loss to watch was the Liquid collapse at Columbus against LG. Hiko's having incredible clutches, Alicia's performing well, and then all of a sudden there's just this utter collapse. I've never been in a crowd that I've heard so excited and so boisterous go dead silent the way I did in that arena with the jumping from cold. It went from you couldn't hear yourself talk to you could hear a pin drop, and I mean that quite literally. That experience of being in the crowd, such a contrast to what I had at Boston, is like, that's always just been imprinted on my brain, like the emotion that you feel in that moment. North American teams and players are in like this weird position now where I think you can start to see some of the healing, like more teams are sticking together longer, more players and lineups are sticking together longer, and they're trying to make it work. The only thing that they can do to take that next step is be in Europe more often. Competition, come to a tournament, come boot camp for 2 weeks. Like, you just need that experience. There's some potential and there's some really good pieces to build teams with. We're missing that star element. We're missing the firepower. We need our players competing constantly on LAN, at tournaments, at events, month in, month out. They need that experience. Until they get it, this is going to be North American Counter-Strike. We've gotten to the point now in Counter-Strike where there's too many obvious benefits to having an international roster to where you're not limited to the region that you're in to pick up players. Without any kind of massive change in the amount of events and the amount of Counter-Strike infrastructure in terms of a North American tour of Counter-Strike events, we'll never see a purely North American team win a major again. If that changes, I reserve the right to change my answer.